Hello Superset Maniacs and welcome back to my channel. Hunter Labrada is this year's Chicago Pro champion, so let's compare him to some other 2021 champions and see what can we expect from this year's Olympia. We already compared Hunter with the winner of the New York Pro, Nick Walker. If you're interested in that comparison, you have the link in the description. In this video, we're comparing Hunter to the Cali Pro 2021 winner, Patrick Moore. I think this is a very interesting comparison. I don't know what to expect from this one at this point, so let's not waste any more time and get to the poses. The front double biceps, and I know these shows have different lightings and so on, but by the looks of it, Patrick looks drier here. And we all criticized him for not being as dry as at the 2019 Olympia, where he really made a name for himself in my opinion. So if we criticized Patrick for not being conditioned enough, what does this mean for Hunter Labrada, who looks even softer than this version of Patrick? Anyway, looking at them here, it's safe to say that they both look pretty good in this pose. Both of them having great arms, aesthetic flows with no obvious weaknesses. Patrick has the shorter torso and the longer legs, whereas Hunter the other way around. There is not a rule on which body type should be considered superior from this point of view, but for me Hunter flows better in this pose. He can get penalized for being softer, but I believe he beats Patrick overall in this pose. However, things change in the front lat spread. Things don't look as tight as in the previous pose, as I believe Patrick's domination is much more obvious in this pose than Hunter's in the front double. Patrick's lats flare out better, his striated chest looks incredible. He is drier on top of all, like we already mentioned, so this pose easily goes to Patrick in my opinion. The side chest pose goes to Patrick as well, as I believe his chest is much fuller and rounder than Hunter's. It's true that Hunter wins downstairs, his hanging hamstring is something else, but because nobody beats the other with arms and shoulders, and Patrick obviously wins the chest, I'm giving this pose to Patrick Moore, as this pose is called the side chest, not the side leg or the side hamstring. Plus Patrick has the conditioning once more. Back double biceps, and this is Hunter's weakest pose probably. His back is definitely still under construction, he needs to focus more at this department. Patrick looks thicker through the back, he dominates the delts from this angle and he's got the lower lat insertions. Or maybe this is because of his shorter torso, but anyway. Downstairs, judging by the soft glutes both of them present, it's obvious that none of them was conditioned enough at these shows. Both of them can do better than this. Overall, Patrick scores another point. Rear lat spread, and as we can safely assume that downstairs nobody dominates the other in a convincing way, we can focus on the upper body, where once again Patrick Moore seems to be having the upper hand. Most noticeable in the lower region of the back, where Patrick presents more muscle density. He also presents the better details and the drier back, so he scores yet another point in this comparison. Side triceps, and this is probably the best pose for both of them. They adopted similar executions which look good on both of them. I believe Patrick looks a little bit more aesthetic, but he loses the tricep big time against Hunter here. I think we should give Hunter a year or two and he could go against anyone in history in this pose. He has it all. For me, Hunter is the winner in this pose. Abs and thighs, and yet again when it comes to this pose and Hunter Labrada, things become confusing for me at least. I admit that I don't know how to judge this one. I mean, body part per body part, yes, Hunter looks to be having the nicer abs and maybe the more detailed quads, but I can't see the taper, both of his quads or both of his lats in this pose. Patrick has a narrow waist, Good flaring lats, but his short torso and long legs might not be the best body structure for this pose, I don't know. I really can't decide on this one, what do you guys think? Last pose is the most muscular, and this is another tough one. Hunter seems to be dominating the lower body pretty convincing, but I'm not convinced he should win the pose based on what I'm seeing upstairs. His chest needs more work, whereas Patrick's chest looks like it's about to explode. Patrick also has the rounder shoulders and the wetter midsection. As they look in these certain variations of the pose, I'm leaning more towards Patrick. So, as a conclusion, Patrick won 5 poses out of 8, which on paper should be enough to win this comparison. He won the front lat spread, the side chest, both the back poses and the most muscular. Hunter won the front double biceps, the side triceps, and the abs and thighs remained in the air. Considering Patrick's superior conditioning as well, I think it's more than safe to say that he is the winner of this comparison. What do you guys think? Who was better, Patrick at the Cali Pro or Hunter in Chicago? Let me know down in the comments section, like the video if you enjoyed it, and of course subscribe for more content like this. Thank you guys and see you next time.